Hi there, I'm Dr. Marie Fang. We're continuing in our video series taking a look at Job and his story of suffering. We're picking up right where we left off in this video, where Job's friends joined Job and grieved with him in silence for 7 days straight. And where we pick up is right afterwards, Job breaks the silence. Let's see what Job says in his first words after 7 days of silence. Job chapter 3, starting in verse 1, says, "After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. He said, 'May the day of my birth perish, and the night that said, a boy is conceived. That day, may it turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine on it.'" I'm just reading a little bit of an excerpt because this monologue goes on and on. It's quite lengthy, and I encourage you to read it in chapter 3. But here Job is, what sounds to me, pretty angry. And I don't blame him, do you? I mean, he's so upset. He had this wonderful life. He did everything right. And here it's just all taken away from him. And why? It doesn't make any sense. And so I'm going to say it, Job seems pretty pissed. And if I were him, I'd probably be more pissed, at least not so eloquently pissed off as he is here in his sort of poetic monologue. I appreciate this part of the story because it just validates it's so normal to feel angry. And he's not just angry, he's essentially saying, I'm pissed off that I was born. I mean, it almost feels suicidal in some ways to say, well, what's the point? Why am I here? I had the life that I wanted and it's taken away. So why did I ever have it to begin with? I mean, that's sort of how I read it. And I mean, haven't you ever felt that way before? I know when we suffer and when we can't make sense of it, it is so natural to feel that way. And there's nothing wrong about having that kind of reaction. It's part of normal, healthy human behavior. And I like this because, especially in Christian circles, but really anywhere, we can be so tempted to sort of tell each other to somehow like suck it up, don't make such a big deal about it, or to put some Christian language on it in a twisted way. You know, God doesn't want you to feel angry, or a good Christian would be able to be joyful. And really, it's just like, you know what? No, I'm upset. Deal with it. I've been there before, and I think most of us have been there. I think this is a helpful reminder if you're suffering and you're feeling angry, or even maybe when there's some suicidal thoughts, some questions about what the whole point of life is, just know that it's normal. And we do need support and help to get through it. But the answer isn't to just sweep your anger under the rug, because it doesn't work. And if you have a loved one or you know someone who's suffering and they're feeling angry, I encourage you to just learn to be patient with it and know that that's normal. And to try to change it isn't going to help anybody. And if anything, it'll just add to the suffering. So there's no point in doing that. Well, I hope you found some of these thoughts in this video helpful. We're gonna continue on in the next video, so I hope I'll get to see you there. But until next time, I hope you have a lovely day.